Yeah.
I've been in that conversation too. I really think we have to stop classifying everything as hip hop for some false sense of it. It's okay for brothers to go out and make rock music and use rap. And I think that's
just because
Carti. When I hear Travis, I hear rock music. I hear hip hop drums like you hear pop music, but I hear rock music. Like that's what I hear. Like I hear a take on rock music by brothers. I really hear that. I know it's like when I hear Post Malone, I really hear the country and that shit he doing when he using rap. I just hear it.
I think that there's a distinction between country or rock, but I think that hip hop is also not a one size fits all because there's so much hip hop that we could go back to when we was growing up. And it's a lot of songs that at the time might have not fit the norm and they became what it is that we consider hip hop. I think like Magnolia from Playboi Carti is a hip hop record.
Sure.
R.I.P. I don't know if y'all familiar with R.I.P., but R.I.P. produced by Pierre. You know what I mean? That's a hip hop record. I think that Carti has created a lot of hip hop, but because how he dressed and sometimes of his antics, we just look at that as not hip hop.
It's not just that, but that's why you went to those specific records. His sound is totally went to another place. Same for Uzi, same for
I mean, Uzi will Planet Rock. Like that is I Just Wanna Rock is one of the biggest hip hop songs ever. You know what I mean?
I don't know why you feel comfortable calling it hip hop. Like I don't know what's the point of it.
Hip hop. What's the point of it? Calling I Just Wanna Rock. All right, I'll tell you why. Because I Just Wanna Rock. Most hip hop, especially hip hop we grew up on, the record came with a dance. The record comes with a dance. It samples one of the biggest records in hip hop, and that's not hip hop. I mean, I don't understand that.
Because again, just because a brother rap, don't make it hip hop.
So what makes it hip hop? What makes it hip hop then?
It's a street urban cultural take on art. But I think what we're witnessing, Wayno, is a lot of brothers get after rock and roll.
Let me ask you a question though. When you say a street element, what do you mean by street element?
Street urban element. Like it's the difference in what we talking about with media. When you have a person having a full out take that's unique. Like I think we're watching brothers redefine rock music and we don't know what's happening.
So all right, by those standards, right? By those standards, if we talking street, right? Street dances come from the street. Kids, when we talking about hip hop, break dancing.
We didn't start dancing. We didn't start DJing. We didn't start rapping. We didn't start none of
No, what I'm saying is that dance is an element within hip hop. So the point, I'm only making one point about one particular record that's I Just Wanna Rock.
Yeah,
it samples. Let me just.
I'm sorry.
Let me just and you say whatever you want to say. What I'm saying is that it samples an Africa Bambaataa record. It's a big record that sampled another overseas record or whatever. Sampling has always been a part of hip hop. It comes with a dance. A lot of people who are youth of their time, like that's the hip hop of their time. It's still, to me, it's still hip hop. Now it might not be throw your guns like I like when I was in the 5th grade. It might not be into the 36 chambers, but I'm just saying, like,
I don't think it's just related to those records. You know, I think if those guys come on and say, "Hey, this is hip hop," they're telling you they're rock stars. You're just ignoring them. You're just ignoring. Like you're ignoring.
I'm not ignoring that. I'm just saying that particular song.
Aggressive pushes to be something outside of this. They're not concerned in this space. And it's kind of obvious. They are going back to, listen, I sound crazy because I don't want to think I'm like shooting the brothers down. They're going back to get something else that we lost.
Yeah, because we started. Right.
They're going to get something else that we lost. When I look at Travis, I can feel like he's going to get something that we lost. It don't feel like I'm listening to hip hop. That's not to say I can't hear the 808 drums. That's not to say I can't hear the rap influence. It's not to say I can't hear his influences from all kind of rappers. But that little dude has a lot more. Same for Uzi. Same for Playboi Carti. Those guys are they are really special and they're doing something really unique that we're trying to put in this. And I think it's obvious when you look at the appeal that it's much unique than just this. It's really more unique than this. It's really something different. And they are doing a fantastic job, bro. They're like, these dudes are the new rock stars. There's no fucking new rock stars that's bigger than these rock star guys. And if you look at it, it is kind of over there. We try to bring it over here for the sake of the conversation. But like Reed was saying, like I'm looking at Glow. This don't feel like it. This feels like I'm listening to like a much hipper version of U2 or Metallica. U2.
Oh, you said who you referring to is saying that you
Playboi, Travis. It's like I'm hearing something different. Like I hear something, the culture, and I hear something completely different. Even when I listen to him, this song, I'm like, damn, I agree with you. When I heard Magnolia, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga tough. I like this song. This motherfucker hip hop. But when I hear some of this other shit, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like listening to something outside of this. And I, just like you, Wayne, I heard all of this shit the whole time. I've heard every variety of hip hop, wide and everything. But I also remember there was a time with like Limp Bizkit and all those other guys who were using rap to make rock. And now we're watching some brothers go out and recolonize, recapture something, but we not pushing for it to be that. And they're telling us. One dude calls this shit rage. That's a direct reflection of rock. Has nothing to do with hip hop. Another guy's calling himself a rock star. It's not just the fashion. The fashion fits the music.
So
I think, but I also believe that.
My bad. How do you classify Run DMC? I'm the king of rock. It's done higher. Sucker MCs. Call B Sire. Like whole shit was called King of Rock. Then you had Walk This Day with Aerosmith.
But those are like 2 or 3 records, right? These guys catalog, they have 2 or 3 rap, like he's naming 2 or 3 rap records. They're the majority of their catalog, they're expanding out past that. And those songs were considered rock songs at the time too. We kind of had a crossover thing going on with them with those records. Mind you, my favorite record you didn't even name out of the Rock Back, right? Which is Rock Box. One, right? But again, they're experimenting in rock.
All right. So I think 2 things can be true. But I also, with that being said, like, good credit. Playboi Carti song with Kendrick Lamar, right? He's performing that song on tour, right? Like, and when he performs that song, nothing about good credit to me is a rock record. It's a rap record. Now, rap, it might not be the most technically put together, skilled, rapidy rap record, but it's still a rap record. And Kendrick Lamar is performing it every night. Or he might be performing it every night, being that I seen his set the other day. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to change up the set or not. But I think that, like, when we look at, I mean, the shit is what it is. Like, when we look at certain kids and we think about ourselves versus who they are today, that does affect how we hear things. I do believe that while they do say that they're rock stars, they mean more so the lifestyle than the absolute music. Because I could go to, like, if you go to Astro World is filled with hip hop. You know what I mean? Birds of the Trap Singing Night is full with hip hop. I mean, if we talk about hip hop being an actual expression, right? An actual expression. And if you look at the effect that the music has, I still think it's hip hop.
Yeah, but it affects the whole world, Wayno. Just because
then that's what hip hop does. That's the whole point.
Being affected by hip hop is not what makes you hip hop. Like,
I'm not saying what, but we're talking about black kids making black music. We're not talking about, like,
it's not as simple as that, Wayno. Like, when you say that,
it's an ingredient. It's an ingredient.
Not necessarily. Beastie Boys, it's everybody else. They have a lot of
rock is black music too.
Yeah, it's black music as well, Wayno. It's not one of the.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. I'm talking about where it's rooted at. Like, the reason why, like, that's what I'm talking about, the lifestyle versus, like, the visuals versus, like, the lifestyle. I think the lifestyle, when these kids say rock stars, is because they're doing drugs and hitting a different chick every night. That's what they think rock star shit is, being reckless. That's the part where they mean rock star.
That's rap shit too.
What did Lil Uzi Vert mean when he said, Ebro, I'm not going to give you a freestyle, I'm a rock star?
Oh, no, I definitely. But keep in mind, Kurt, even with that being said, Uzi is still a kid from Philly that raps. In Philly, listen, you can find.
I think that's the restriction, though, Wayno, when you're saying because they rap. They can go out. Right now, we're looking for the next new jazz. It's probably going to have rap over it. We're looking for the next new country, right? You see Post Malone, it's going to have rap in it.
Hip hop.
You hear the next, all these different genres are going to have raps because rapping became the most popular way to deliver music. It's not necessarily. Hip hop made it popular, right? But it existed before hip hop. So again, I think if you restricted just being black and a rapper, that makes you hip hop.
But that's not the point I was making. I'm saying where it's rooted from, like their communication as to their music. If you go from the start of their music, the whole way we got on this whole term is because I said I just want to rock as a hip hop record. And the reason why I said is I just want to rock as a hip hop record is because it has every hip hop element in it. Now, bars is subjective. We could go down the line of people who just say anything and they're hip hop.
But just because
right?
you sample Bam, a rock song can sample Bam.
I'm talking about not only the sample, the dancing, all of that's hip hop. Every hip hop record from Laffy Taffy, which Laffy Taffy aged well. All of them Snap records aged well for parties. I'm not talking about, see, that's the thing. I'm not looking at D4L to be fucking Nas.
Wayno, but
you know what I'm saying?
I think you, I'm sure you heard me enough to not sell me that short-sighted. You know damn well songs and dances went together. Hip hop didn't create that.
Culture united, our culture united, our culture united, our culture united, connecting all over the world, connecting all over the world, connecting all over the world, connecting all over the world. 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 Connecting all over the world.